Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Nyet, Clutter, Simplicity. Today we want to talk about our summer plans that are super exciting. We have two announcements. The first one is that we now have a meetup group. It's called Nyet, Clutter, Simplicity group for minimalists. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey, even if you're just interested, check it out. And we have our first event set up in June. We don't know how big the community is here in Ottawa, but that's where we are based. So we would love to see you if you'd like to come. We'll do little picnics and games in the park. And the second announcement is bittersweet. We're taking a little break for the summer so we can travel a little bit and spend time with our loved ones and our friends and
Yep.
stuff like that. But we will be back in the fall with guests, which is super exciting.
Yes.
These are people from our community who we know personally, and they're our friends or acquaintances, and we're just so excited to interview them and see what they can add to the conversation.
Yes.
So, anywho, so let's dive into this episode.
Yeah. Let's do this.
What do your summers normally look like?
I try to be outside. Canada's weather is a bit harsh for the winter, so I just try to spend as much time as I can outside. I'm very privileged now that where I live there's an outside pool. So
Ooh.
last year I was in the pool every single day
Oh,
for about an hour.
wow.
When I was working from home, I would take my lunch break and go to the pool, and trying to take advantage of the outside and walking everywhere. This year, I have a professional camera. It was a lovely gift from Anastasia,
Mm.
so I'm gonna be taking photos
That's
everywhere and
so
walking around and
cool.
going to the pool.
Yes, that's
And
awesome.
another thing that I do that's really cool is I go to Copenhagen every year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that in June.
And then you're gonna go to Greece on a
Yeah, I'm gonna
cruise.
go to Greece in August with my family, and I'm gonna do my yearly trip to Copenhagen. I go it every year,
Mm.
which is one of the many advantages of being a minimalist
Hmm.
and simplifying everything.
Yeah,
You have the space and you have the money to do
yeah,
the things you love, right?
that's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. My summers are more chill. I find that Canada is so blessed with nature, and I happen to absolutely love lakes
Hmm.
and rivers. And so in the summertime, I actually love staying in Canada and just going to nearby lakes and rivers with my two kids, one fur baby and the other one is human. Both love swimming, they love the water. And then I prefer traveling actually in the winter, but it's also because I'm Siberian and I will go where there is the most amount of snow.
I tried, yeah, so I'm the exact opposite. I
Yeah.
try to find the sun.
Yeah.
So for Christmas and New Year's, I'm gonna go to Brazil
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I cannot do 2 winters in a
Yeah,
row here.
well, I'm gonna try to find a way to go to Finland probably.
Even more cold. Let's let's
Yeah,
get
yeah.
let's upgrade the coldness.
No.
What are you looking forward to most this summer?
I'm looking forward to a reset. So in the
Hmm.
previous episode, we discussed slow living, and
Yeah.
we've established that I have no chill. So I am
Yes.
looking at the summer as an opportunity to shed some responsibilities,
Hmm.
to delegate what I need to delegate in order to come back really strong in the fall.
Yeah, I can say the same. That's pretty much what I want to do. I'm already doing slow living, but
Mm.
one of the cool things about my day job is that we get summer hours on Fridays, so we stop at 2 in the afternoon.
Ah,
So hopefully one day we're gonna adopt a 4-day work week. I'm
yeah,
very looking forward to that.
nice.
Hopefully one day.
Yeah,
But
hopefully.
for now, this is just being outside in my balcony or at the pool or walking around.
Mm.
Vitamin D with the sun and all that. I
Hmm.
really I really love that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask this a little bit differently, but like, do you experience FOMO during the summers? Like, I feel like summers are a time where people are like, okay, so I have this busy summer where I'm gonna be traveling, in June, July, and August, and I'm going here and I'm going there, and the music festivals, and like all the barbecues and I'm gonna see everybody at the same time. And then there's social media where people post all the amazing photos from their summers. And it's like, if you didn't have that summer, like you're a loser. I'm sorry. How do you feel about that?
I used to be like that until about 2 or 3 summers ago, and then I realized I cannot do everything that I want.
Yeah,
So I just kind of like, let's do the best of what we can do and just keep everything in front of you
yeah,
and just enjoy it and don't feel guilty about the things you didn't do. But you're
yeah.
right, social media and the 1000 barbecues.
Hmm.
Here in Canada, people have everyone has a barbecue and then they put burgers and things like that. So it's like a summer tradition. When you start smelling the barbecue, it means that summer is around the corner. And social media, yeah, you see your friends and your acquaintances, and everyone is either in the south of Italy or they're paddle boarding in
Yeah,
the Ottawa River,
yeah.
or they're doing this 10-kilometer walk
Yeah.
while you're sitting in your air conditioning
Hmm.
room because it's too hot to go outside. So yeah,
Yeah.
I completely understand their mindset. But I think the way you phrase the question is interesting. The productivity culture, we have to be productive even when we're supposed to rest and recover. So I
Hmm.
prioritize rest and recover over the busyness, right? Trying to
Hmm.
do everything.
Hmm.
I'll go here and there, but if I can't, I can't.
You know how there are seasons for fruits and vegetables?
Yeah.
And I also read that on average, a human is productive for only 4 hours a day. I feel the same about just our seasons in the calendar. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're supposed to hibernate in the winter and be less productive, maybe even less than 4 hours a day. I'm not sure. And then we're supposed to be less productive in the summer because this is our time to get our vitamin D. So we naturally, like, we as humans, we're supposed to be outside getting our fresh air and
Mm-hmm.
our vitamin D and
Mm-hmm.
our fresh fruits, and be physical. And then the fall and like the spring, I feel like these are our prime times to work.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I think in Canada we kind of followed that already. Because every big project that I've ever been on was either in the fall or the spring.
Yeah, it's
Nothing really meaningful happened during the winter,
yeah,
also because we have the Christmas and the New Year's break.
yeah.
And nothing meaningful happens in the summer. Summer is usually for, okay, we need to take stock when we need to do inventory
Mm,
or we need to strategize on future projects, but
mm,
never actually do the operations, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's completely regulated by temperature, even though in Canada we are usually in isolated
Mm,
temperature controlled environments.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes people go, "Oh, I cannot believe you moved to Canada. It's so cold there." And then I look at them and say, "Well, it's not as cold as Brazil." And they look at me with this face and I say, "Well, because Brazil, for the most part, does not have controlled temperature rooms. So the temperature
Oh,
outside is the temperature inside. If it's plus 10,
yeah.
outside is plus 10 inside. So you're sleeping on a plus 10. And
Mm,
here we can sleep on a 21 or 20
yeah,
every single day of the year.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it is a different
Oh, that's
dynamic.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it is a different dynamic. What about you? How does FOMO, social media, and
Yeah.
everyone trying to do everything affect your summer?
Many years ago, I deleted Facebook and I deleted Instagram, and I'm back on Instagram now. But for many years, I didn't have it, and I deleted it when the first time I deleted it. So I deleted it a few times actually. The first time I did it is when I got Kira. She was a cute puppy. Back then, dogs had Instagram accounts, and so Kira did too, my dog.
Right.
And so she was, getting really popular there because she's a white husky. She's really cute. And I remember I was sitting on the couch, and she was still a puppy, and she came up to me and she wanted to play, and I kind of like shushed her away because I just wanted to sit on my phone and scroll through her photos on Instagram.
Right.
And when I realized that, I was like, "Oh my god, did I just actually do that? Did I just ask my dog to go away while I was looking at her photos on Instagram?" So that was the moment where I just like immediately deleted my Instagram and her Instagram, and I was like, "Okay, I am now present with you. Like, let's play."
That's great self awareness of you.
Yeah, so then
Yeah.
I didn't have it for a few years, and honestly, best years of my life, I
Yeah.
will say. Then I got it back for a little bit, and then I deleted it again for a few years. So I think overall, maybe I didn't have Instagram for probably about 4 years. Now I have it again, but to be honest with you, I was texting you, and I was like, I think I'm gonna delete it again. So you guys follow us on Nyet Clutter, Super Simplicity, because my personal account might go.
Yeah.
But I think it's a big problem. It's when people want to post about their summers, and then you look at the photos and you're like, well, I'm not on the coast of Sicily.
Yeah.
I'm in this freaking lake in stupid southern Ontario.
Oh, don't say that. No, but I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The best thing to do is not try to compare people's lives, right?
Yeah, but anyways, it's because I didn't have Instagram for so many years. I actually
Right.
don't feel FOMO anymore. Like I honestly don't
Yeah.
care what my friends do or what my acquaintances do. I'm so happy for them that they're doing it.
Right.
I know what I want and I know what I enjoy. And to me,
Yes.
I really enjoy slow summers.
Yeah.
Really, truly. Where like, we have this tradition where every Friday we go out for pizza and ice cream with our kid, and then we go to a little park, and then on the weekends, one day we go to the lake with the
Right.
family, the other day we go to our favorite river just by ourselves. It's just like such a routine, and it's so nice, and I love it. And I honestly don't take photos unless it's something funny
Yeah.
or cute, and which everything's cute.
Right.
So I take photos of
I
everything.
I take a lot of photos, obviously, because I am a photographer, but I
Yeah,
don't post. I'll send it to my family
yeah,
and to
yeah.
my the close circle that I have of people in my life, but I rarely post anything.
Okay, I like this one. Let's give relatable permission slips to listeners. Okay, you don't need to spend all of your money this summer. Have a budget, stick to it. Think about what your goals are for the year. You don't need to go to 5 cruises this summer for Instagram.
Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm
Like,
I'm with you on that one. Don't like you put an example on the question. Don't try to go to every single barbecue you're invited to. If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't
yeah.
go.
Mm,
Just don't go. You don't need to do anything for anyone.
yeah.
Let's stop with the people pleasing
Mm,
and let's start living for ourselves.
mhm,
We are the priority of our lives. Oh, but what are people going to think if I don't go to their barbecue? Doesn't matter. If you're not feeling like it, don't go.
yeah.
Yeah, enjoy yourself. It's summer.
And like we were talking, like people are going to respect you more. Like if you
Yes.
are just really gentle and honest about
Yeah.
where you are and you can't make it and you
Yeah.
talk about that, like people are like, okay, like he was having a bad day or something or a
Yeah.
rough day. Like it's okay, like let's reschedule, right?
And one of the positive aspects of the pandemic here in Canada that was strictly enforced is that people then had an excuse to not go anywhere.
Yeah,
So people were like, well, COVID, I
yeah.
cannot. And then people, I think, started realizing that you don't actually need to go to everything you're invited to.
Hmm.
So I'm feeling, at least for me, that was the case. It was a change of a mindset.
Another permission that I give you is to not post about every single day of your life this summer on Instagram. Just live for yourself a little bit. Like, if you're enjoying the water, enjoy the water. If you're enjoying the flowers, enjoy the flowers. Like, you don't need to let people know what you're doing. Just be present in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
be connected to the water, the flowers,
Mm-hmm.
and
The sun, the
the
warm
sun.
weather.
Maybe just think about your life a little bit. Maybe just like reflect or remember your favorite poem or like sing a little song in your head. Like, just
Yeah.
something like,
Or out loud.
or aloud. Yeah. Dance a little.
Dance, always dance,
Yeah.
always dance. So summer is a great time for minimalism.
Hmm.
Any tips related to minimalism that we can offer to people to explore this summer? Different things that they can do.
Yeah.
In obviously, everyone is there in different paths of their journey.
Yeah.
So, what are things that we can tell people?
Just buy more things that you can eat. Go to like all the farmers
Yes.
markets,
Yes.
buy the fresh
Yeah.
berries, buy the fresh berry pies and the fresh veggies, and just
Right.
enjoy that. And you don't need to buy anything else. Just enjoy the fresh produce and don't feel guilty about it.
I'm gonna go in a different direction.
Ooh.
I think that summer is because I'm from Brazil and I love the sun and I love the light. Not
Mm-hmm.
only the warmth of the sun, but also the light.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that I can see where I live more clearly in the summer because of the natural
Ooh,
light. So
yes.
I think it would be a great time for you to declutter.
It is a great time to declutter.
A lot of people do it in the spring and they do like the
Yes.
spring
Yeah.
cleaning. I feel like we should start something called the summer cleaning because you can open the windows as well.
Yeah.
So you have the fresh air, you have the sun, and you
Yeah.
go, okay, this is a great day for me to get to edit my belongings. I was gonna say get rid of my stuff. To edit your
Yeah.
belongings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true because you want like more space, you want more lightness in your life. That's
Yes.
absolutely true. But it's I think my comment comes from the fact that like I just really don't want people to bring more stuff in. Like
Yes.
people are like, "Oh, like but we need to buy like this for the pool and that for the picnic." And like
Yeah.
you start like having lists of things that you need to buy for certain areas of your
Right.
summer holidays. And I don't find that to be true. Like I have a small child and I'm not buying him anything this summer. Like whatever he has, and we go to playgrounds and there's already toys. And if there are no toys, that's fine because he finds things to do. Like people are creative if you
Yeah.
let them be creative.
True.
We don't need stuff all the time to play with, to touch, to
Right.
rotate, to throw. Like you can just enjoy stillness, or for kids, they can enjoy being creative.
Mm-hmm. And I want to piggyback on what you just said. A lot of people are going to travel this summer.
Hmm.
And one thing that my sister is going to try to do this summer is not buy anything for the trips that we're taking together.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
So, because it's kind of reflex, you go, oh, I'm going on a trip. I should buy a new outfit or something to wear on the trip, you know?
Oh.
So she was very self aware of that. And then she said, I'm not going to buy anything.
Yeah, because she already has everything she needs.
Yes.
When you have a ton of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you forget all those things that you do have that are excellent.
True.
But then when you start editing your belongings, you're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my God, look at this beautiful dress that got lost because there was
Mm-hmm.
like 5 other dresses on top of it. So I think that when she edits her stuff a little bit more, she will be like, wowza, I have these
Mm-hmm.
beautiful pieces that I'm going to put together, and it's going to be like 2 or 3 outfits, and they're going to be
Yeah.
excellent, and I'm going to rewear them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be a beautiful trip.
And also this reflects then in the amount of check bags that you put
Mm,
in the on the plane or on the cruise or on the car if you're doing a road trip or a
yeah.
train trip. It's less stuff that you carry with you
Mm-hmm.
because you are gonna have to do some sort of logistics, right? Getting from one means of
Mm-hmm.
transportation to another means of
Mm-hmm.
transportation.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna carry stuff around,
Yeah.
and it's better to embark. It's
Mm-hmm.
better to disembark.
Yeah.
The less stuff that you have with you, it's the less. It's literally. It's in its own sentence. It's less stuff that you have with you.
Yeah.
You have more freedom.
Yeah.
You're not as tired.
I know, and people get scared. But I love what these YouTubers said. Their names are Kara and Nate, and they
Mm-hmm.
they're adventurers. They like travel the world, and they're
Yeah.
super athletic, and they've been around over 100 countries in the
Mm-hmm.
world. And they said this thing. They said most countries have most things.
That
Like
is true.
if you're worried that like, oh my God, I'm not gonna have this shampoo, or like, oh my God, I'm not gonna have this very specific thing. So let me take 5 things in case I lose one or whatever. Like,
Right.
okay, so take what you need, and then if you really find yourself in a situation where you really need this one other thing,
Mm-hmm.
like most countries have most things.
It's kind of like I'm very visual, so every time I pack, I put everything I'm gonna take over my bed, and then I go, "Am I absolutely 100% gonna use or wear this?"
Yeah.
And then every time I think, just in case, I put it back. in the wardrobe.
Yeah.
I said, nope, if it's a just in case, you're not taking it.
We've traveled a lot, you and I separately.
Yep.
And I think you
Not together yet. Maybe we take the podcast on the road. Like
that
you bring your family and I go on my own and
yeah,
we
yeah.
just, here we are in this location. Yeah,
That would be excellent.
that would be excellent.
But I find that, I have like two outfits,
Yeah,
let's say like two tops and two bottoms, and I
yeah,
just interchange them. Let's say even if I'm traveling for the week,
yeah,
I just have enough undergarments obviously for the
yeah.
week. But if I take more than that,
Hmm.
literally never wear it.
True. I'm already in my head. I'm a month away from going to Denmark. In my head. I'm already planning what I'm gonna take,
Yeah.
and it's about that. Like a
Um,
capsule, they call a capsule wardrobe.
yeah,
That you have the same
yeah,
bottom and then you change
yeah.
the tops. Yeah.
I went to Moscow in the winter time with a carry-on for
Right.
3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more, I think.
Okay.
And heavy sweaters, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. First of all, never wore those. Like I wore like thin turtleturnecks because
Right.
I don't know. I walked everywhere, and then there's the metro, so you go in and out, and
Yeah,
you're
and
always
then
kind of
you're.
warm.
Mhm.
Like account for transportation for sure, and like what you're gonna be doing. But I did take a little Tide packet with myself. It's like
Yeah.
a little packet, and I did have to wash something in
Hmm.
the sink.
Yeah.
And that was it. It washed perfectly, smelled beautiful, looked beautiful,
Hmm.
brand new. So I didn't feel like I needed more than a carry-on for 3 weeks in the winter in Moscow.
So I wish you all an amazing summer.
Don't forget to join or check out our meetup group. So the website is called Meetup,
Yeah.
and the group is Nyet to Clutter, Sim to Simplicity group for minimalists. It's
Hmm.
open, and we're happy to have you there if you'd like to join. If you ever find yourself in Ottawa, would be happy to meet you
Yeah.
um, at our event in June or otherwise.
Go
And
ahead.
and let us know what your summer plans are.
So thank you for tuning into this to this week's episode. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Instagram. Until next time on Yet to Clutter, Sim to Simplicity, where we cut through the chaos and help you simplify life, work, and everything in between.
Bye.